When your back is against the wall in the wilderness, knowledge is your lifeline. It's the beacon that guides you through the darkest nights and the harshest terrains. It's what separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. Today, we're going to delve into this world of survival, where every piece of information can be a lifesaver. So buckle up as we explore the top 5 essential survival facts that could mean the difference between life and death. Fact number 1, the rule of threes. This rule isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a mnemonic device that can help you prioritize your survival needs when time is of the essence. Imagine yourself in a survival situation. You're disoriented, scared, and your mind is racing. It's in these moments that the rule of threes becomes invaluable. The first part of the rule is stark but crucial. The human body can only survive for about 3 minutes without air. This part of the rule reminds us of the importance of maintaining a clear airway, whether it's for ourselves or others. It's a sobering thought, but one that underscores the importance of immediate first aid in emergency situations. Next, let's talk about shelter. In extreme conditions, such as in a desert at high noon or a snowstorm in the mountains, you have about 3 hours to find or create shelter. That's not a lot of time, especially when you're up against the elements. Your shelter doesn't have to be a 5-star hotel. It just needs to protect you from the environment long enough for you to survive. The third part of the rule pertains to water. You can go about 3 days without water, but by the end of that period, you'll be severely dehydrated and on the brink of collapse. Finding a reliable water source and knowing how to purify it is critical to your survival. Finally, the rule states you can survive 3 weeks without food. While this sounds like a long time, remember that the human body starts to break down its own tissues to survive after just a few days without food. This underscores the importance of knowing how to find and prepare food in the wild. In a nutshell, the rule of threes says, 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter in extreme conditions, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. Remember this rule, internalize it, and prioritize your needs accordingly. It just might save your life one day. Scene script. Fact number 2, fire is your friend. Now that might sound like an overstatement. After all, we've all heard the warnings about the dangers of fire, haven't we? But in a survival scenario, fire becomes an invaluable ally. It's a beacon of hope in the dead of the night, a comforting partner warding off the chill, a tool for sustenance, and a deterrent against predators. Let's dissect this a bit. First, warmth. Hypothermia is a silent, deadly enemy that can creep up on you in colder climates or even on cool nights. A well-maintained fire can keep this enemy at bay, providing you with a warm, life-preserving bubble. Next, water purification. Sure, we all know that we can't survive without water. But what if the only water available is of questionable quality? This is where fire comes into play. Boiling water over a fire can kill most bacteria and parasites, making it safe to drink and potentially saving you from debilitating illnesses. But we can't talk about fire without mentioning its role in cooking food. Raw food can carry harmful pathogens, and some foods are indigestible if not cooked. Fire lets you cook food, making it both safer and more palatable. Finally, predators. The wilderness is home to many creatures, some of which might consider you a potential meal. A bright, crackling fire can deter many predators, giving you a safer space to rest and recuperate. Mastering fire-starting techniques is therefore crucial. Whether you're rubbing 2 sticks together, striking a piece of flint, or using a fire starter, the goal is the same: to ignite a spark. Once you have that spark, nurturing it into a flame and then a fire is a skill in itself. Remember, like any good friend, fire requires respect and care. Keep it controlled. Don't let it become a foe. Survival often begins with a single spark. And with that spark, you can conquer the night, purify water, cook your food, and keep predators at bay. Fire, indeed, is your friend. Fact number 3, psychology is your greatest tool. In the unforgiving wilderness, your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Now you might be wondering, how can psychology help me survive? The answer lies in your ability to stay calm and rational, even in the face of danger. Imagine you're lost in the wilderness. It's easy to let panic seep in, to let fear dictate your actions. But panic is the enemy. It clouds your judgment, makes you forget your training, and can lead to irrational decisions that could jeopardize your survival. Instead, it's essential to maintain a level head, to think clearly and logically, and to use your training to your advantage. The wilderness is a puzzle, and your survival depends on your ability to solve it. This means making smart decisions, like prioritizing your needs based on the rule of threes we talked about earlier, or remembering how to start a fire. It's about understanding your environment and using it to your advantage. But the importance of psychology extends beyond decision-making. It's also about conserving energy. Panic can cause you to waste valuable energy on unnecessary actions. In a survival situation, energy is a precious resource that needs to be conserved. So, if you find yourself in a survival situation, take a deep breath, slow your heart rate, calm your mind, remember your training, use your knowledge, make rational decisions. Don't let panic control you. Instead, control your panic. Psychology in this sense is your greatest tool. It's the key to making smart decisions, conserving energy, and ultimately surviving. It's your secret weapon, your lifeline, your key to unlocking the puzzle of the wilderness. So, don't underestimate the power of your mind. Harness it, use it, let it guide you. Staying calm and rational will improve your decision-making, conserve energy, and boost your chances of survival. Fact number 4. Signaling for rescue is crucial. One of the most pivotal aspects of survival is not just staying alive, but making sure you're found. When you're lost in the wilderness, the ability to signal for help effectively can be the difference between rescue and remaining lost. Let's talk about distress signals. The universal distress signal is SOS. This signal can be conveyed through a variety of means: Morse code, sound, light, or even drawn in the sand. An SOS pattern consists of 3 short signals, 3 long signals, and then 3 short signals again. Remembering this simple pattern could be your lifeline. Next, let's discuss the power of reflection. Reflective materials can be used to catch the attention of a passing plane or a distant search party. A mirror, a piece of glass, or even the shiny side of a discarded soda can become your best friend in a survival situation. Angling the reflective surface towards the sun, you can create a flash of light that can be seen for miles. Finally, smoke signals. When you've got a fire going, adding green branches or leaves can create a significant amount of smoke. The contrast of the smoke against the sky can be easily spotted from a distance. A series of 3 puffs of smoke or 3 fires in a straight line are universally recognized as a distress signal. So to recap, learn the SOS pattern, keep an eye out for reflective materials, and don't underestimate the power of smoke signals. These methods are simple, effective, and could ultimately save your life. In the wild, being seen is just as important as staying alive. Learn distress signals like the SOS pattern, use reflective materials, and build smoke signals using green branches for maximum visibility. Fact number 5. Nature's pharmacy is all around you. In the wilderness, the ability to distinguish between a helpful herb and a harmful weed can be a lifesaver. Even the most common plants can often yield surprising health benefits. For instance, the humble dandelion, often dismissed as a pesky weed, is actually a rich source of vitamins A, C, and K, and can provide a much-needed nutrient boost when food is scarce. Moreover, understanding basic wilderness first aid is paramount. From creating a natural poultice to treat wounds to identifying plants with antiseptic properties to prevent infections, nature offers a vast array of healing resources. It's all about knowing where to look, and more importantly, what to look for. So, open your eyes to the wealth of natural remedies and resources around you. Understanding basic wilderness first aid and the uses of common plants can heal injuries, reduce infections, and provide essential nutrients in desperate situations. The wild can be unforgiving, but with knowledge and determination, you can defy the odds. These 5 essential survival facts, the rule of threes, the importance of fire, the power of a calm mind, the necessity of signaling for rescue, and the value of nature's pharmacy, are your lifelines in the wilderness. They underscore the importance of preparation, because when your back's against the wall, your knowledge is what keeps you alive. Remember, preparation is the key to survival. Stay safe out there.